Some days you wake up and you feel like a star. Other days you wake up and don't know who you are. But baby, whether or not you know you are art. And this life is your show. David Collins, you are very, very welcome and early. But I love the fact that you're here. We are going live right this second. This is the very first transmission of the game Vicarious. I am your human avatar. What would you like to do with me? You can turn your video on if you want. You don't have to. You can also leave the call. I'm going live on Facebook to talk about the game, which is about to launch, in which I'm giving myself over to improvise with life and be the conduit to channel the identities of many online people. Hey!
He's out.
Peace out, you beautiful human. Well, we are
How you
here.
doing?
This is it. This is the beginning. What do you think? What do you think of the idea of turning a life into an improvised show that does not end, and per Shakespeare turns the whole world into a stage?
I think it sounds like another universe to me. I'm so excited to see where this goes. I'm just there's so many things going inside my head. It's wonderful. I love it. I love it. I can't imagine what's going inside your head.
Oh, my friend. I mean, you're an improviser. You know the space. I think that the theater has been this sanctuary for madmen and geniuses and outlaws and criminals and perverts and beautiful, weird folk for so long, because we can go in, and I think that as improvisers, we've been doing ritualistic things, we've been doing shamanic things without giving it that title. But what's it like for you as an improviser? What's your flow state? How do you connect with the spirit of play?
With others. I mean, I'm only reflecting off what's being shown to me. I'm hardly ever doing it just by myself, looking into a mirror. It's the stage. All the world's a stage, buddy, which is what you're going to prove, isn't it?
Well, we're going to try. Look, sweetie, we're going to try. We're going to get out, do our very best, do our darndest to break a few legs. Well, I mean, yeah, it starts tonight.
It starts tonight.
Tonight, but I mean, we're here. It's already begun. Life has begun. I was born. I was
I
born
thought you said you were
39
doing
years
it during
ago.
the day.
Well, no, the actual launch is at 8 p.m. in Australia, or 10 p.m. in New Zealand. But I mean, I've been doing it for a long time. I've been experimenting. So we're already here. So I would not put down or refuse a invitation by Sir David Collins.
No.
So yeah, if you want to jam now, you can give me something and I will do it. You could give me a character, you could give me an idea, you could get me to whatever you want. You're the master, I'm the slave. So what should we do right now?
I'm gonna come back at bloody 8 o'clock is what I'm gonna do. Did you say 8 o'clock Sydney time?
8 o'clock Sydney time. Yeah.
And you can wander, like you can go where you can when you say that we can do things to you, what does that we can ask you to go and help somebody with their laundry?
Exactly. Yeah. Ideally, we're doing a lot of laundry, helping a lot of old ladies across the roads, and rescuing many, many kittens from trees. That's my life goal.
I hope it's not 100% laundry. I really do hope it's not. Oh, that would be wonderful. So we can see what you see?
Yeah, so I've got a harness, and I'm going to be having my phone either on my head or on my chest. At the moment, it's just me, one lonely kid trying to change the world through play. But I mean, what I want to do...
Has anyone tried this before?
I'm sure there's been social experiments. I think actually the whole platform known as Twitch started with a guy live streaming his life 24/7 until now it's like owned by Amazon and it's this huge platform. So it's definitely been done in different ways. But, you know, the particular game structure I've created has measurements. So it's like, you know, how many new people I meet in the adventure and my reputation. That's one of the point systems. How well I feel physically and mentally is another sort of one. And my resources, do you help me make money? Do I busk on the street? Do you help my business? Or do you give me access to like a helicopter ride or 1,000 puppies, like, or those resources? So I'm going to be kind of like keeping a measurement of my points. And then also there's 3 players usually, red, green, and blue. So the red person looks after the emotional state of me and also interfaces with the community, getting hive mind kind of suggestions. The green character is purely creative. So they're like, oh, cool, jump on that park bench or do this, do that. And the blue player has my Google Maps location, so they know where I am in the world, and they can be setting tasks and targets for me to achieve as well. So that's kind of how it works. I'm also going to not burden just people with controlling me full time. So there's also algorithmic intelligence. I'm calling AI rather than artificial algorithmic intelligence. So I'll be asking, you know, AI robot apps what I should do. There's also just chaos, like flipping a coin, making decisions like that. And ultimately keeping a track, because I don't know where it's going to go. Like an improvised scene, I'm not going to predetermine. It's a yes and experience. So yeah, I'm playing my life full time. I'll be contactable at least for half the day between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. But I won't be live streaming that whole time because I just don't have the battery power. So the infrastructure has to build. But for X amount of days when I can, I'll be on the camera and we will book that in. So if you want to quest and play me, plug in and you have a team of people.
And how do you make money? What can people, you know, is it like one of those streaming things where you can give money to people who are playing games?
Totally. Well, yeah, I mean, you can support me on Patreon, which is just patreon.com/openworldtheatre. Also on Twitch, which I've just started. I'm the human avatar on Twitch, and you can subscribe, which I think requires some money. But also, I think, I mean, the game system itself needs to build. I would love to have a team of developers on board to create our own app, and that can maybe be a subscription base. But even more exciting, because I like things that are free to play. I would like kind of the hive mind or the collective to fund certain experiences. So it's like, yeah, I want to play for free, but hey, what does everyone think? If we can get Atlas to make like a garden in the middle of the city, we'll buy the seeds to the plants and we'll rent the van for you for the day. So I like that idea of us thinking that was a cool idea and then crowdsourcing that one idea, and then we make it happen. And I'm the human avatar that does the.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Streets.
Oh, I love it. Okay, there you are, the human avatar. 6 followers. Come on, man. I don't even know what I'm follow. I imagine I'm a person. I imagine maybe Umbilical Brothers are on this. Okay.
Oh, and we should totally. I mean, if we could do an Umbilical Brothers play the human avatar, or vice versa, like we should totally get in and make.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes me feel like, because when we sort of just came up with the Umbilical Brothers, you know, it was mime and sound effects, and we thought, for like, surely somebody's done this before, and we've traveled to 40 countries, and the only people we've found that have done it before are just copying us. They're just doing our material. We arrived in Sweden, and the night before, somebody had done one of our routines on Sweden's Got Talent. So, but I'm thinking, surely this has been done before, but there'd be nobody better than you to do it. The human avatar, the IRL game, I'm a player's controller human avatar. Yeah, that's great. I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna do VR on the 27th. I'm gonna be doing VR, and people can pay for somebody else to basically shoot me with Nerf guns. Like, it's kind of make it very, very difficult for me to play VR, because I'll be basically blind to external forces. And so that sounds fun to me, to actually be.
And where are you going to be doing this? What's the
over at the warehouse in Doug Bain, Craig Anderson, who do you know, Michael Blake, in Marrickville, just in a warehouse in Marrickville.
Oh, amazing.
Which has been sold, unfortunately. It's gone in 6 months. Another block of high-rise apartments is going up there, but we're going to use it until we've got it. That's what we do.
Is there a URL I can join on?
What's that?
Is there a URL, like, is there a website to watch you do the VR game?
Yes, it's a mystery. I'll find it and send it once I do it. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do.
Beautiful. Well, could I get you to sing a birthday song with me? It's my birthday today, and there's a birthday song I made up a few years ago, and I'll tell you the lyrics now, and then we can end the call with a song, maybe.
Sure.
It goes, some days you wake up and you feel like a star.
Some days you wake up and feel like a star.
Other days you wake up and don't know who you are.
Other days you wake up, don't know who you are.
But baby, whether or not you know, you are art.
Baby, whether or not you know, you are art.
And this life is your show.
and this life is your show.
Okay, cool. So those are the lyrics. I'm gonna sing it once. It does have a certain Red Hot Chili Peppers beginning vibe, but it's not. It's my own rendition. And so it goes like this. So I'll do it 3 times. You jump in whenever you want, and then I will feel fully celebrated and baptized. Here we go. Some days you wake up and you feel like a star. Other days you wake up and don't know who you are. But baby, whether or not you know, you are art. And this life is your show. Some days you wake up and you feel like a star. Other days you wake up and don't know who you are. But baby, whether or not you know, you are art. And this life is your show. Last time, let's bring it home now.
This life
Some
is your
days
show.
you wake
Baby,
up and you feel like a star. Other
other
days
days
you
you
wake
wake
up
up and
and
don't
you
know
know who you
who you
are.
are.
But baby,
Baby,
whether
where
or not you know, you are
you
art.
are.
And this
This
life
life
is
is
your
your
show. All right, now
show.
all you, one last time.
Oh God. Some days you will wake up and don't know who you are. Other days you don't know who. Other days you will wake up and don't know who you are. But baby, whether you or not, you know that you are. And this life is yours from the start. I stuffed up the.
Yes, but no, there's no stuffing
And
up
this life is
improvisation.
yours. What?
This life is your show and is yours from the start. And I like the fact that in your version, on both days, you don't know who you are. Because maybe that's the truth.
It's the truth
Thank you
for
so
me,
much
that's for sure.
for jumping in and being on this live this
So
week.
what are you doing in now? Why are you there now then if you're starting in 12 hours or whatever?
I was actually on
11
a
hours.
call with a few people, with Franco, Nikki, and Matthew, who are creating a resolution festival, and they've actually asked me to come in to hold the night nest. So I'm going to be doing an endurance artwork for 4 days, where I hold a tent of becoming. And so essentially, we're going to do this over New Year's Eve. You come into the tent, and I improvise with you. I allow you to be, or not allow you, I welcome you in to be who you want to be for 2021. And we just experience that. And so there'll be a little bit of vicarious.
That's great.
And yes, I was literally just on that meeting when you called, and then they left, and it went.
Sorry.
No, it was
Sorry,
great.
I thought I was late. I'm not late.
I
I'm
saw
going to
the
put
name.
my alarm on now. Okay,
So,
8 o'clock tonight.
8
Okay,
o'clock
and this is
tonight.
where I go. I do that QR thing and then that's it.
Same thing, same place, but there'll be more of
Okay,
us.
same thing. All right, peace out, brother. Well done. I'm so.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how things happen when you play live and you say yes. I clicked live, and David Collins blipped onto my radar, and we had that conversation. And this is the beginning of Vicarious. This is the way that we will take all of the razor blades away from the throats of the sacrificial goats and say that we don't no longer have to say no to the boats because we play games without borders. Of course, this raucous chorus of all of us, all of these gorgeous, distorted porpoises, or was it I am the walrus, as the Beatles said. I have a beetle head, as I am the talk person, or I am the spork, the first one to combine the knife and fork and spoon, because of course we actually need to re-innovate or reinvent. We need to vent all of the frustrations taking us away from that bacon. No, we actually need to not, because I tell you what, today I got this inspiration to no longer eat meat. That's right, I am going to be a vegan from this moment, because I think that I am not alone with the concept that we are actually stepping forward towards some kind of gorgeous uproar of humanity. And so this is me, the human avatar. Can we see the fact that I am really just a conglomerate of I am me, of Zeus, of who is this head in a noose, of are we actually playing the puppet master of the gods? Are we the odd kins? Are we the blue or the redskins, the black or the white, or somewhere in between? It's this conglomerate hybridization evolution towards not pollution and not factory farming and not all of the alarming ways that we can actually be blazingly obviously manipulating people as people and thinking that we somehow are the God at the top of the steeple. We are idolizing, we are idling ourselves, as in being the car with the motor starter, but we're not actually on the road. And so I am overloading the nodes. I am the one who is going to go zap you to spur you into your own racehorse course, but not actually race the horses anymore, because I don't think we have to actually subjugate any other living thing, because we are ultimately all life forms. And so here, the knife of the storm, or maybe Thor's hammer, or some kind of lightning bolt will actually zap the colt and fry our minds, and we can all be controlled by the hive. I am. And this is my spine, and this is the way that we can wind this road. And so I am here, the hobo or the nomad, and I am the vagrant, and I am the journeyman, turning in my license of I, of identity, of ego, of id. This is the ID, and I want you to be me, to play me. So maybe we can be at play incessantly, effervescently, forever unendingly, the never-ending story on the back of that Falcor riding this dragon that we've kept in our backpack. And it was our digital twin. It was this person who was online, but not really online, you know, not really who I am, not really the true representation. And so I'm unhesitatingly and unapologetically putting myself forward, not as a prophet, but instead as a pupil, as a student. And so there is no more excuses not to do what you were sent here to do. It's just a theater show, really. It's just me doing what I was born to do. And I'm adorning you with a few of these poetic words, but let's just turn that off for a second and just speak straight. This is me at the gate of 2021, issuing forward myself to play life as a game. If you're interested, please check out me here. Check out the human avatar on Twitch. And we are playing as of tonight. You've heard all about it here. Thank you for joining me. And from this day, my life is a game. And I'll be endeavoring to create this game structure so it can really hold me as I step over the cliff as the fool. Because I trust that beautiful moments like this with David Collins will continue to happen. So thank you, David Collins, Umbilical Brothers, huge respect. I'm stepping forward as a sacred clown in the theater show that is my life. We'll wrap it up one more time. If you're playing at home, you can follow the lyrics in the description, and it goes like this. Some days you wake up and you feel like a star. Other days you wake up and don't know who you are. But baby, whether or not you know, you are art. And this life is your show. Thank you for playing.